Everyone thought she was insane. Why would the most beautiful CEO in the city suddenly claim to be the wife of a penniless man who slept in a rented storage room? No one knew. She owed him a life debt she could never repay. Lynn Mira, the youngest female CEO in Zayden City, could command boardrooms, crush competitors, and negotiate billion-dollar deals with the elegance of a queen. Her life was flawless, until the night she almost died. 2 years ago, she was trapped in a burning car after an assassination attempt. Flames everywhere, screaming, metal bending, and just when her vision blurred, a shadowy figure smashed the glass and carried her out. A poor boy, torn shirt, blood on his face, empty eyes full of determination. He disappeared before she could learn his name. But she never forgot the voice that whispered, "Stay awake, I won't let you die." Now, 2 years later, on a rainy evening in a narrow alleyway, she saw him again. Same worn-out clothes, same quiet eyes, but thinner, hungrier, almost invisible to the world. She stepped out of her car, rain soaking her expensive suit. "You," she whispered, breath trembling. "You saved my life." He blinked, confused. "You've mistaken me for someone else, Mississippi. I don't know you." "You carried me out of a burning vehicle," she insisted. "I have searched 2 years for you." He stiffened, just a fraction. But that was enough. Mira inhaled deeply. "My name is Lynn Mira, and starting today, I am your wife." The poor man, Ian, froze. What? Behind them, a group of loan sharks marched closer, yelling, "Ian, pay your father's debt or we break your legs." Without hesitation, Mira stepped in front of him, her icy CEO aura exploding. "You touch my husband," she said coldly, "and you declare war on the Lynn Corporation." The loan sharks stopped instantly. Ian stared at her, stunned. People didn't protect him. People didn't choose him. But she just did. He whispered, "Why would someone like you help someone like me?" She met his eyes, steady, grateful, unshakable. "Because you saved me first." That night, Mira didn't just save him. She unknowingly shook the entire city, because Ian, the poor stray boy, was actually the hidden heir of the richest dynasty in the nation, hiding from enemies who wanted him dead. And now, the world's most powerful predators would come for both of them. He acted poor. She acted like his wife. But the truth? He was 10 times richer than her company. He could buy the city she ruled, yet he washed dishes in a roadside stall. Back in her penthouse, Mira handed Ian a towel and a warm meal. He ate slowly, politely, as if afraid the food would disappear. "Where do you live?" she asked softly. "A storage room," he answered simply. "My father left debts. I'm repaying them." She felt her chest tighten. A boy like him, gentle, quiet, with eyes full of old grief, didn't belong in alleys and debt traps. He belonged somewhere bigger. She just didn't know how big. Ian watched her silently. Her kindness confused him, terrified him, because he was living a lie. 5 years ago, he was Ian Raheel, the only heir of the Raheel conglomerate, the richest business empire in Southeast Asia. But his uncle staged a plane accident to kill him and seize control. Ian survived, barely, and vanished. Until tonight, when Mira found him. "She doesn't know who I am," he thought. "And I can't drag her into my war." But Mira had already made a decision. "You saved me once," she said firmly. "Let me protect you this time." He looked at her, startled. "Protect me?" No one protected him. Ever. She handed him a marriage registration document. "You don't have to love me. You don't even have to stay forever. Just let me help you." He stared at the paper. And for the first time in years, someone reached a hand toward him without wanting money, power, or blood. He swallowed. Hard. "Okay," he said finally. "I'll be your husband." But the moment his signature dried, 3 powerful forces were alerted. His murderous uncle, his family's intelligence network, and the underground syndicate searching for him. Mira thought she just helped a poor man. But she had unknowingly married the most hunted billionaire heir in the country. When the city's most unattainable CEO suddenly married a nobody, everyone laughed, until strange things began happening around the poor man. The next morning, news exploded. CEO Lynn Mira secretly marries a nobody. Her husband lives in a storage room. He's jobless, homeless, worthless. Mira ignored all of it. Ian did too, he'd heard worse. But people didn't just gossip, they attacked. At the Lynn Corporation lobby, employees whispered, "Why him? She married trash. Maybe she owes him something?" "No way. CEO Mira is perfect." Mira walked in like a queen. "Anyone mocking my husband," she said calmly, "can collect their termination letter at HR." Silence.
Shock. Fear.
Ian was overwhelmed. She didn't have to defend him, but she did. And then something strange happened. A group of foreign men in suits arrived. They stared at Ian intently, too intently. One whispered in Russian, another in Japanese, another in Arabic. Ian's heartbeat froze. Enemies. He turned away instantly, pulling Mira with him. "We need to leave," he murmured.
Why?
"Do you know them?" "No," he lied. "But they know me." As they rushed out, more clues about Ian's true identity surfaced. A luxury black car slowed near him, guards bowing their heads. A billionaire CEO from abroad suddenly asked, "Has the Heir resurfaced?" Cryptic messages were sent to secret networks. "We've found him." The city sensed something was off. This poor boy wasn't normal. And Mira? She was now standing in the eye of a storm she couldn't see. He could hide his wealth from the world, but not from danger. And now danger had found them both. That night, Mira and Ian walked home from a small street food stall. Ian liked simple food. It reminded him of the life he lost. But halfway through the alley, 3 black SUVs blocked the entrance. Dozens of men in black suits surrounded them. Mira froze. Who are they? Ian stepped protectively in front of her. A man with a scar bowed slightly. "Welcome home, young Master Ian." Mira saw Ian's face drain of color. "What? Young Master?" The man continued, "We have been ordered to eliminate anyone near you. Step aside, Mississippi." Ian's voice turned deadly cold. "Touch her and you die."
His aura changed.
In an instant, gone was the shy, quiet poor boy. Standing before her was a man who radiated command.
Power. Authority.
Mira could only stare as the leader's eyes widened in fear. Sir, forgive us. We didn't know she was my wife," Ian said. Shock rippled through the armed men. Ian grabbed Mira's hand. "We're leaving." And the sea of killers parted obediently. Mira's breath trembled. Who exactly had she married? She married him to repay a favor. Now she realized she married the heir who could rewrite the country's destiny. Back in the penthouse, rain hammering the glass, Mira finally confronted him. "Ian," she whispered. "Who are you?" He closed his eyes. The lie was over. "I'm Ian Raheel, the heir to the Raheel conglomerate." Her heart stopped. That's the richest family in the entire region." "Yes. And they want me dead." He looked at her with a raw vulnerability she had never seen. "You shouldn't have married me. I put your life in danger." But Mira stepped closer. "You think I regret it, don't you?" She cupped his face gently. "You saved my life once. Let me save yours now." He exhaled sharply. For the first time in years, he didn't feel alone. She whispered, "Ian, I don't care about your past. I care about you." And just when their hands intertwined, a sniper bullet shattered the window. Ian threw Mira down, shielding her with his body. His uncle had found him. The war had begun. And Mira? She was no longer just repaying a favor. She was fighting beside the man fate had chosen for her. In the final moment, when bullets flew, loyalty shattered, and the richest dynasty in the nation tried to erase the last true heir, the one who refused to run was the woman they had underestimated from the start. Rain hammered the rooftop like war drums. Ian pulled Mira behind a concrete column as another sniper bullet sliced through the air. Glass rained down, alarms blared, and far below, the entire city glowed in chaos. "Ian, you're bleeding," Mira gasped, seeing crimson streak down his arm. He shook his head. It's nothing. Stay behind me. But Mira grabbed his face, forcing him to look at her.
No.
Not this time. You don't get to protect me alone. Not anymore. His eyes widened, not because of her words, but because she wasn't trembling, wasn't hiding. She was standing tall, fearless, burning with the fire of a woman who had chosen him against the world. Before Ian could speak, heavy footsteps thundered across the rooftop doorway. A tall man emerged with soldiers behind him.
Cold eyes.
Cruel smirk. Ian's uncle. Ian, the uncle drawled. The stray dog finally crawled out of hiding. Mira stepped in front of Ian, and the coward finally showed his face. Ian's uncle laughed sharply. Lynn Mira, the city's perfect CEO. Do you think you know who you've married? She didn't blink. I know exactly who he is. Oh. He raised a brow mockingly. Then you know this entire empire, Raheel conglomerate, will collapse the moment he dies? You know the inheritance, the trust, the power, all return to me? Mira stared directly into his eyes.
No.
They go to us. For the first time, the uncle faltered. Ian stepped beside her, shoulders squared, bleeding but unbroken. You lost the moment you came here, Ian said coldly. His uncle sneered. You're outnumbered. Outgunned. You're nothing. Mira's voice sliced through the air. He's not nothing.
He's the heir.
Your heir. And today, the world will see the truth you tried so hard to bury. The uncle raised his hand. Kill them both. Dozens of rifles lifted. Mira grabbed Ian's hand. Ian pulled her close. And then,
boom.
The rooftop door exploded open again. Armored vehicles. Elite guards. Black coats bearing the Raheel family crest. A man with silver hair walked forward, a powerful aura radiating from him. Ian, he said softly. My true grandson. Ian froze. Grandfather? The old man nodded, rage burning behind his calm eyes. I knew you were alive. I've searched 5 years for you. The grandfather turned toward the uncle. You staged my son's death. You hunted his child. And now you dared attack his wife. His voice thundered. You are finished. The uncle panicked. This is illegal. I'm still the acting chairman. You were, the grandfather snapped. Until the real heir signed his marriage certificate. Mira stiffened. Ian looked at her in shock.
What?
The old man continued, smiling faintly at Mira. Legal marriage to the last bloodline heir makes her the rightful co-successor of the Raheel Empire. Mira blinked. Co-successor? Ian nearly choked. Grandfather, the old man shrugged. You married a queen, boy. Don't complain now. The uncle screamed. Lies. I will not lose everything because of some. He never finished. The grandfather raised a hand. Arrest him. The elite guards swarmed forward, disarming and chaining the uncle as he fought and yelled like a madman. Ian exhaled, years of fear melting into relief. The war was over. He turned to Mira, who was staring at him, stunned. So, she whispered, voice shaking, I'm the co-successor to the richest conglomerate? He nodded slowly.
Yeah.
About that. I was going to tell you. Her palm smacked his shoulder. This is what you were hiding. Billionaire heir? Dynasty? Armies.
He winced.
In my defense, the timing was really bad. She hit him again. Ian. He grabbed her wrist suddenly, pulling her into a tight embrace. But you stayed, he whispered against her hair. When you thought I was poor. When the world mocked me. When bullets flew. You stayed. Her anger melted instantly. She hugged him back, trembling. I didn't stay because I pitied you, she murmured. I stayed because I love you. Silence. Then Ian gently cupped her face, eyes burning with emotion he never allowed himself to feel. And I have loved you since the day I carried you out of that burning car. Their lips met, raw, desperate, sealing 5 years of pain and 2 hearts that refused to break. Rain poured over them as if the sky itself was blessing their union. Below, the city trembled with news. The Raheel heir returns. The dynasty rises again. And the heir's wife is the CEO who stood against an empire. As the world watched, Ayan whispered against Mira's lips, "Our war is over." She smiled softly. "No." She placed her hand over his heart. "Our future begins." And together, hand in hand, heir and CEO, lovers and warriors, they walked into the new dawn, where they were no longer pretending. They were partners. They were unstoppable. And they were home.